Hey viewers and friends, Andrew back again and welcome to another video, and this video is going to be a catch-up video for Joe's part 2 challenge. I missed out on a few days of the challenge last week, got pretty busy and didn't really have a lot of time to do videos on a day-by-day basis, so I just decided to leave it and play catch-up, which I definitely wanted to do because everyone knows me and Joe are really good friends, and Joe, you did a fantastic job on your part 2 challenge series, so well done. I really enjoyed it, and I'd just like to congratulate and thank everyone else for getting involved. It definitely meant a lot to Joe, as he mentioned a few times to me in private messages and stuff, but yeah, it was great to see everyone getting involved this time, so yeah, awesome stuff. So we're going to talk about a few days in this catch-up video. So we're going to start with day 4, which was self-mutilation, and had to mention this movie right here, Saw. Everyone is well familiar with this movie, or the franchise in general actually, and knows that one of the big things about this movie or franchise is that it is full of self-mutilation. I'm not really going to get into the storylines, blah blah, because that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about scene specifics, and the specific scene I'm going to talk about is the cutting off or the sawing off of the foot. I'm sure everyone is well familiar that's seen this movie. You know, the guy has a lock around his ankle, and the only way to get free is to cut off his foot. So definitely wanted to mention that. Very brutal scene. Yeah, boy, that would be a really hard thing to do, but yeah, it's always stood out to me, so for the self-mutilation topic I had to go with that scene from Saw. Alright, and moving right along to day 6, where Joe talked about dreams, and great choice, by the way, Joe, with Paper House. I can remember watching that movie a few times on TV as a kid, and I haven't seen it in years, but I've definitely added it to my Amazon wish list, so I'm going to pick that one up at some point. It is available for fairly cheap from Amazon UK if anyone is interested, but thank you for reminding me of that movie. I went with 2 picks for this one. One's really obvious, the other one isn't. And I kind of wanted to do that for this topic because I think it was such an interesting choice of a topic to do. And so I sort of wanted to think outside the square a little bit with this one. And that is why I went with Stand By Me. Now, this isn't a full-on dream sequence. It's more of a sort of daydream flashback sequence. And I'm sure anyone who is familiar with this movie knows what I'm about to mention, and that is the scene where Gordy goes into sort of a daydream or flashback sequence remembering his older brother who passed away. There's 2 particular scenes. One is when he's looking for his canteen in his brother's bedroom, and you know, the audience gets a flashback of him and Danny in the past, and then his dad comes in and disturbs Gordy. I just find the scene such an emotional scene for this film, and it's always had a big impact on me as a movie watcher. You know, the whole family is really struggling with the death of Danny, like anyone would, obviously. And, you know, Gordy's having a really hard time trying to connect with his parents about it. And then there's another scene where he's in a convenience store, and the worker mentions his brother Danny again, and then again it goes sort of into a daydream / flashback sequence for Gordy. So yeah, I wanted to talk about that. And then the very obvious choice is A Nightmare on Elm Street. Wow, what a surprise. I'm sure again everyone has seen this film. The whole movie revolves around nightmares, obviously, but the scene I'm going to talk about is when Nancy's in the bath. She starts falling asleep, and then you see Freddy Krueger's claw slowly coming up out of the water. I definitely think that is a fantastic scene, so I had to mention that. Alright, and moving on to the grand finale, which was day 7, where Joe wanted to talk about beginnings of movies. So either title intros or scenes after the initial intro credits. So I've got a few that I wanted to talk about, including a TV series, so let's get into it. And the first one I had to mention is the opening scene or sequence from Halloween, you know, where the camera, first person, it's scoping and panning around the house, goes inside, picks up the kitchen knife, makes its way upstairs, and starts stabbing Judith. Then you see the camera going downstairs, back outside, and it is quickly revealed that it is a little boy, Michael Myers, confronted by two very, very shocked parents. You know, I love that opening sequence. It definitely sets up the whole movie. It is very, very shocking. It is very disturbing. So had to mention that. And then I also want to talk about the Goonies. One of the best intros with credits running over it for any movie, in my opinion. I absolutely love it. Again, this sets up the movie brilliantly. You know, you get to see all the characters going about their day-to-day lives individually as the credits roll, while in the background the bad guys of the movie escape from prison, the Fratellis, and they're getting pursued throughout the streets of Astoria by the police. And you know, the characters, the Goonies, they're all oblivious to this except for one character called Chunk, which is absolutely hilarious because he's well known for telling tall stories, and of course he happens to be the only one to see this police chase, and of course no one else believes him. Fantastic opening or credit sequence or scene. I absolutely love it. And the other one I wanted to talk about is kind of a random one, but for some reason I really, really like it. It's got a great 80s Australian vibe to it, great music, and that is the opening scene after the credits for BMX Bandits, you know, where PJ and Goose are riding their BMXs along the foreshore of the beach. They're going downstairs, they're doing awesome BMX stunt tricks and like 360 turns and everything. It's just really, really awesome, so had to mention that one. Then I also wanted to mention a TV series, which is another kind of random pick, but it's always stood out to me, especially for the music. I absolutely love the song that's played during the opening credits of Round the Twist, which is another awesome Australian production, the TV series. If you've never heard the song or seen the opening credits to this, definitely look it up on YouTube. I don't know, something like Round the Twist intro or credits, because the music, there is some clips of it, and I don't know, the music and the song is just awesome. Plus it shows just how quirky and out there the show is. Again, similar to the Goonies, it sort of shows all the different characters and some scenes from the TV series. So yeah, always liked the opening credits to the TV series Round the Twist. Alright, so that is my catch-up video for Joe. Once again, Joe, thank you so much for hosting this Part 2 challenge series. Really, really good. And yeah, it was great to see a lot of people getting involved and supporting Joe. So yeah, that's it for this video, and thanks for watching.